up? Once again, this is Verbal from Music Weapons. I'm here to go through our new product, Virtual Scratch DJ, the VSTi audio units plugin for Mac and PC. I'm going to go through the whole process. First thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is buy it. You're going to want to click here. Here's the product itself. And then you just add to cart. This is all going to get updated soon. It's available as of the second this video comes out, which will be tomorrow. Just click add to cart. It's going to be, you can click here or here to go to your cart and check out. And then if you have any coupons or doing the sharing or anything, you can do that. Otherwise, just click proceed to checkout. And all you need to do is enter your email address here, but I suggest you create an account here and it'll just create it. Enter your email address and then you can check out. We use PayPal to process credit or debit cards, also PayPal balance you can go from. And you just click place order, blah blah. It'll go to your PayPal, the PayPal thing, and you can enter your information for payment. Once the payment's done, it'll come back here. You will have your links. They will get emailed to you, as well as if you had created an account, it will be in your downloads area, and you will be dispatched the links via email and the license key. So once you get that, you're gonna basically, all you're gonna really get is this off the bat, because this is the installer. It installs both 32 and 64-bit. For Mac, it's a little different process. You basically have your component, you'll get a zip file, and you'll just extract it and place it into your library recent components folder. It'll show that in your, once you get it, it'll give you install instructions. It's no big deal. I'll just do PC though. Obviously, it's just a regular installer. Blah, blah, blah. Click next. I already have it installed, so I don't know. I guess we'll act like we're actually doing something. There you go. Oh, it's installed. Anyways, I already had it installed, obviously. So that is the install process. So just click finish and we'll move on to loading it up and entering your license and everything. Okay, so now I'm just kind of going to go over the reason why I made this and kind of the overview of the plugin itself. Now, Virtual Scratch DJ it's not a something you use with decks. It's basically just, it is a plugin so that you can play scratches and cuts on your actual keyboard. Now, the reason why I made this is there's a lot, when I initially was making, boom bap kind of authentic hip hop beats, I always wanted cuts on it. Not always, but a lot of times I'd want some phrases or some custom stuff, and instead of just putting some cheesy loops that, people have used 100 billion times, I wanted to play it. So I thought of this whole process of actually being able to play cuts on my keyboard. Now, a lot of people don't know, but the early Anno Domini stuff that I did, those were cuts that I did this way. Now, the reason why it kind of took a while for me to actually be able to make this was because this plugin is considerably more complicated than the rest of the Music Weapons plugins. It took a lot more finesse and a lot more, I basically just applied all the things that I had learned coming this far developing these projects. Now, I put everything I could possibly put into this, and I made it so it has anything that I would use nowadays, because now I actually have a DJ rig and I can actually scratch and do cuts and stuff, so it's kind of a different situation. But I still, even though I have that, I'm probably still going to end up using this just because of the fact that it's going to be quick and it's not going to slow down my workflow. So just like all the other products, I usually have basically have some kind of tapes, vinyl emulation and such. I obviously didn't put vinyl emulation on this plugin because most of the sound is actually from vinyl, so there's no reason to emulate that. But I did put a little bit of warmth and roundness and smoothness with some tape sound, because I actually have a couple decks here, reel to reels, and they all have a nice smooth sound to them. They're not really abrasive, and I always do that to all the new plugins. So that's kind of the idea behind it, is for you to be able to play scratches on your keyboard, your MIDI keyboard, or your pads in Maschine or whatever plugin you're using. So that's the premise behind Virtual Scratch DJ, and now I'll get in more into the actual specifics of it. Yeah, so now I'm going to just go over the actual GUI, the interface, and go explain some of the patches and such. As you can see, there's not a lot to it. It's kind of for a reason. I wanted it to look and kind of have that feel of, like, you know, actual hip-hop sound, so I made it look pretty nice. I like the way it looks, and that kind of sets it off for me. Now, obviously, there's just the deck. This is just basically the deck volume. This is going to adjust the volume. That'll come in handy for quick stuff. And then I got a little small pitch adjustment. It's actually pretty important to be able to kind of match it. So, and obviously, click next and previous here. Boop. Etc. Now I'm going to go into the actual patches. Now, all of these, this is the initial one. You'll see they all have the random names. I kind of just tried to use the names to be, kind of summarize how it sounds, not necessarily be that descriptive with it. Any of these, just random words, as it says, they're going to be actual cut patches. And then we have the random sound, some cool sound effects things, because a lot of times I'll use decks to cue up sound effects and do things like that. And obviously some vinyl sound. Then I also use decks to cue up, fills, to go at the end, like basically breaks at the end of a 4-bar or 8-bar spot. And then also I have we have these custom Vox phrase patches, which are really dope. We're going to be adding a lot more of these. I really just didn't want to flood it with things that weren't super ill. So all these ones right here are really, really dope. So that's kind of the explanation of it. There's going to be all of these actual cut patches, and then kind of, various cool little things just to help you out. So, all right, so that's the patch list explained. I'm going to go into an actual demonstration of the plugin next. All right, so as you can see, I switched hosts because I mainly work in Cubase 5. I just wanted to show you guys how to set up in Maschine. This is a little demonstration little beat that I made about a week ago. I wanted to bring it up and go over exactly what's up. Now, I'm going to stress that I made this. Only thing that isn't Virtual Scratch DJ is the drum weapons, the actual drum. And if you don't know about drum weapons, you should probably get it. It's one of the illest things ever made for hip hop. All right, so here's the beat itself. I can solo this. This is the drum weapons drum. Obviously, this is the Deadly Lecture Kit. Nothing crazy, just a simple little, as you can see, nothing crazy. And then I started adding things. I think this is, it's this one right here, yeah. So this is the SFX Stabs 1 patch, as you can see. Now, I just basically went through this and made a real quick beat, and this is all just one thing of drum weapons and then Virtual Scratch DJ. Silly little. I don't know, it's kind of like a old school, like Run DMC, yet new. Nothing super crazy. But anyways, as you can see, this is SFX Stabs kit. Then we got this is the sound effects mix bag, and this is just another version of that. It's just loaded with a whole bunch of really useful things for some real authentic hip hop stuff. I'm gonna be using this a lot. Okay, so that's the demo beat. Basically, it's nothing crazy, but this is what I'm gonna be using to go over some of the patches and actually kind of play it, so you can see me playing it on the board. But that's that. I'll play for a second. All I did was level it. That's it. There's really nothing going on here. I think I might have EQ'd and boosted up the bass on the one. That's it, because I wanted to make an actual plugin or an actual riff. So that's the little demo beat. I'm gonna go in the next section. I'm gonna actually freestyle with the kind of just freestyle live with the with this patch. Go through a couple of them. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a little freestyle. Now the first thing I suggest that you do is when you got the beat going, you know, mess around, scroll through patches, try to find what you want, and then kind of click around with it and figure out the patch, like learn it. Where's the phrase go? Where are all the places? It's actually pretty dope when you do it like that. Now I'm gonna go do a little freestyle on it. This is just the main patch. All right.
Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist.
Alright, so as you could see, you just kind of learn the patch. I was just kind of freestyling that. I learned the patch where it was.
Can't resist.
So you just kind of figure it out, and then you can drop it over it, obviously. Now, obviously this isn't going to be nothing sweet. I'll record it. Yeah, okay.
Can't resist. 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 Can't resist.
Okay, so I just dropped that down, and you can quantize it or not. Honestly, if I was doing it, I wouldn't quantize it. I would just play it till you got it right. Now, you don't gotta be, Mozart on the keys. You can just go do whatever. Be like,
can't resist.
You don't have to be crazy on the keys with this. But, obviously, if you're making dope beats, even decent ones, you're probably all right on the board or on the pad. So it's not going to be a problem. It's a lot easier to transcribe your key playing skills in the playing cuts than it is to actually just learn how to play cuts, because that's hard. I've been scratching for 2-3 years now, and I don't do it a lot, but I'm still a novice. I can only do, you'll hear what I do. I don't have a lot of tricks, so I'm actually 100 times better at playing scratches on the board with like VSTi, and that's just the way it is. This is real dope, and there's tons of patches. I'm gonna go through some more, but I'll show you what I just dropped.
Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist. Can't resist.
Come on now, that's dope. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna click on another patch and mess with it for a second, then I'll do another freestyle. All right, I found another one I was messing with. I'm gonna mess with it. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
Here, I got some.
All right.
You just gotta jam out. That's crazy. I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do a few of these. All right, here's another one I kind of fit with this. Alright, I'll do another one. Alright, here's another little pretty cool one I found. Alright, another quick one. as you can see, there's, you know, a lot of dope patches there. I was just kind of freestyling. Like I said, when you load up a patch, you just kind of feel around, see where it's at. You know, above the actual just the phrases, the little tiny things that are in it, you know, something I used to do is actually in place of the phrase, which would be, instead of that phrase, I would actually just put something custom, and that's kind of why we put phrase packs in there. So I'm gonna scan through some of the patches in the next segment. No. All right, so now that I went through some of the live cut patches, I'm gonna go through over some of the other ones now. There's obviously, you know, like I said before, I kind of used to queue up, you know, sound effects, stabs, random fills, things like that. So I'm gonna go through some of those. It's just a whole bunch of random things in there. That's the mixed bag one. Then we got little more cheesy with the 90s one. Just a lot of cool little things. There's, I think there's a whole 60 something of each one. And there's the stabs. There's a few of those, 2 of those, some more sound effects. Those are cool little sound effects. Obviously vinyl noises. Whole little sound. You can't really make a fake virtual scratch DJ plugin without vinyl noises. And I got fills. I kind of made it so you have a little bit of play with the speed because I didn't want to use time stretching. Just random fills, nothing crazy. They'll really come in handy. There's quite a bit loaded up in here though. There's quite a bit in there. Then we got the custom phrase packs. These are real dope. There's my boy Nino Gray, and then there's also a guy named Castro that made it. We have clean and driven for each. There's obviously more for Nino Gray because he was actually in the studio, so it's different.
Yeah, what's checking? I'm hype. On the mic. Turn me what? Microphone from the hustle hard. Microphone killer.
Just a whole bunch of cool little things, and then I actually did driven versions of each.
Yeah, I'm hype. On the mic. Turn the beat up. Beat what? Microphone killer. Hustle hard. All day, every day. Cut it up. From the underground.
It's crazy. Nino's is really cool.
Yo, hey yo, to my kill lyricalist, let's make lyrical assassin. Where your cash at? Get live, y'all.
A whole bunch of cool stuff.
Step your bars up.
Do that with the drivens.
Too many M's. Pass the mic. Step your bars up. We the illest up. We got the dope for y'all. Spitting flame, y'all. Illmatic.
It's dope though. So that's kind of the patches. There's all the live cuts. There's all the custom phrases, the sound effects, the fills. It's kind of like, to summarize it all up, I tried to use it the way I would use a deck. So that's the way it is. And then I'm just gonna roll it out with the summary. Oh yeah, okay, so to summarize, Virtual Scratch DJ is basically a VSTi audio units plugin where you can play cuts just like you could basically on a scratch rig, say like some CDJs or whatever, or Serato, but you can play it on your keys and your pads, opposed to having to get the whole rig to actually learn how to do it, to actually be good, to actually have the library of stuff so you could actually cut, you know, cool stuff into your beats. And that's kind of the idea behind it, is to save you a lot of time with the simple interface, real low on your CPU. It's gonna, you know, the bottom line is, if you're doing cuts on a beat, you got your beat, you got it done, basically, and you want to spice it up with some cuts, or put it on the chorus or have it be a break, you have to go over, you got to get it set up, you got to go and you got to drop it, you got to get it perfect, then you got to mix it in, everything. Almost like all those steps are totally gone when you use Virtual Scratch DJ. And it will, the bottom line is when you're playing it, and once you get used to it and you start learning the whole library of it, you'll hear a beat and you'll know exactly what needs to go there, and you'll eventually, you'll know the patches like the back of your hand, so you'll be like, oh, I want to put this here. Then right off the bat, you'll be like, boom, and it'll be done. So that's the idea behind it, and I'll just get you hip where to go and how much it is and stuff. That's it. So, as you can see, it's real dope. You can cop it at www.musicweapons.com. It's currently $99.99, which is pretty cheap considering how much time I put into it, how much the library really contains, how much money you're going to save not having to get a rig, how much time you're going to save not having to learn how to do it and get good. I'm not saying it's a complete replacement for a scratch DJ, because it isn't, but it will, it is the next best thing when it comes to that. There's really not, it's the in-between between laying down some silly loops, and then an actual having a DJ do the cuts for you. That's dope. It's in between that. That's exactly where it should be. I'm not meant to cut out DJs. I'm not trying to get into nobody's pockets. I'm just kind of providing producers a tool and giving them more avenues and more things to put into their work and to help better hip hop and to make it get to the next level and get to where it needs to be. So, like I said, musicweapons.com, $99.99. It goes on sale tomorrow, which by the time this is up, the November 25th, that will have already came and went. And if you have any questions, just hit me up. This is Verbal for Music Weapons, Virtual Scratch DJ. Peace.